Hey, well, good afternoon, everyone. Scott Gallagher here with Local Marketing Source, bringing you our weekly local marketing industry update. Now, next week's LMS member call is going to be Wednesday, September 6th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Well, this week we've got a few different things to have a discussion in regards to. There's been some changes over at Google in regards to Google Maps and some video content for some small businesses. We're going to get into a discussion into AMP, accelerated mobile pages, on how to increase the speed of your website loading. It's been a couple of years since Google launched it, and yet only 0.075%, so not even 0.1% of all websites today have it, but that's changing. And finally, some different plugins for WordPress.
Welcome to the Local Marketing Source Weekly Update, brought to you by localmarketingsource.com.
This week's Local Marketing Update is brought to you by Scott Gallagher. Scott is the co-founder of Local Marketing Source and has become the recognized expert in providing online marketing services to local businesses. Follow Scott on Twitter at ScottGallagher5 and on Facebook.com/ScottPGallagher.
All right, you're probably going to hear some of my music in the background. I didn't turn that off, but you know, that gets the energy going, and hopefully you're not hearing it too loud in the background. Just go ahead and make some comments if there is. If you've got any questions in regards to this at any time, post your questions in the Facebook. I'm getting a little bit better at being able to manage the Facebook live stream and the questions and comments that come on. We don't really have a lot of active members, but at least the view count of these videos are getting viewed more than they would have been if they were in the Local Marketing Source portal. So that's good. All right, so Google has added video to Google Maps. You can add this through your Google My Business when you're adding a photo. They've still got some tabs that need to be updated. You would just click on Add Photo, and then you can choose Video. And Google will show the first 30 seconds of any video. That's indicating that Google says that video is important for businesses, and the threshold is likely 30 seconds. What types of videos would be good for a small business? Well, this goes back to understanding your audience and understanding the business that you are marketing, whether it's a plumber or an electrician or a dentist. I'll use a dentist, for example. And what type of video content is relevant for a dentist? Well, you could quickly do a search and say dental videos or good dentist ideas or even small business video ideas, and they're all relatively the same. For businesses like a dentist or a chiropractor or an attorney that have clients that come and visit them, or plumbers that are service-based businesses and they go out to customers. There's just really two different subsets of these types of businesses. But in light of a dentist, obviously the individual is very important. So a video of the dentist themselves, them talking how they would in a professional setting. Their tonality, their physiology, all these things are important that resonate with people and would ultimately make them comfortable. So that's a very good video. 30 seconds is bang on. In sales we talk about the elevator pitch. That's essentially would be a great video. Video of the walkthrough, perhaps of the office or the OP, the operating room, is also another good idea. Dentists are different, and more and more these days, but dentists are either a general practice firm, a specialist in terms of items like implants or cosmetic dentistry or pain management type of dentistry. And so a video that's going to evoke that type of emotion as well is also another good idea. Testimonials, somebody sharing a story. And a testimonial, in my opinion, is not just a review, of not just saying, hey, Dr. John is fantastic. Well, going back to sales days, something that we would carry along with us is case studies. And case studies are something that have been translated onto the internet as well. And so you see business-to-business sales or even business-to-consumer sales, following sales processes, people go through a buying behavior pattern. And in that pattern, They are uncovering information, learning information, and buyers have objections. Different buyers have different objections, but the objections that are going to be encountered for a dental practice, some buyers may grab these objections, some may grab these, some may grab them all. The point is there's only so many objections that a dentist would have. A video that shows some of these objections or overcoming these objections would also be beneficial, but taking that one step further and creating a case study. And a case study essentially is what was the situation before the engagement and what was the situation after. In other words, the problem and the objections that that buyer overcame before making a choice with that individual practice. And then, of course, the procedures that were involved and the results. And some of these objections, if they're a pain management dentist, obviously you want to find some discussions of relief towards pain or sedation, on how the sedation is not very, very invasive at all, or it's not as scary as people make it out to be, types of content. So case study videos or testimonial / case study videos is also something that's very important. I want to talk about websites right now, and I want to talk about some on-the-page factors. This is, I've got a client that I was talking about last week that, we're 6 months into them. We had good results, and more recently, their mobile results have dropped for their core term only. They've still got great mobile results for long-tail keywords, and they have great results for desktop searches, but now their website was mobile compliant. And looking at tests on the internet, they get the check marks. But when we really started to dig into the website, they ran into different problems, like their host and their CMS system would not allow for use of the HTML markup hreview or hcard, HTML markups. But more importantly, their page loading speed was, 3 or 4 seconds. And we really try to get websites under 2 seconds. And one of the bigger factors was, I think, I'm just going off the top of my head trying to remember, but I think like 58% of the loading time was in images, and they had 700 images that really needed to be optimized. And if that was on WordPress, boom, you use an image optimizer and you walk away for a couple hours and all the images are optimized. Well, us as their SEO are indicating that their website was slowing down, they were losing rankings, and they're 6 months into us. They've dropped over $6,000 into us, and now our results are starting to go backwards. It was, what do we do? Do we sell them a $3,000 website? Do we really want to do that? Do they really need a website? Their user functionality was there, and it sparked a situation where they were paying $300 a month to have their website hosted by a dental type of firm, and so I started to show them other hosts, even their domain name they didn't have ownership of. And so we made an investment of a company. We took a hit of $1,500, but it's a write-off of $1,500 to build them a WordPress website that looks exactly like their current site is right now. Well, this allowed us to add in plugins, different plugins like review plugins, for example. And I wanted to talk a little bit about review plugins, especially for a CMS like WordPress, because unfortunately, there's not a lot of options that are out there right now. The options that are there are very, very limited. There are dental companies, for example, that run their customer database that collect reviews, and they have widgets that can be embedded via a script, but embedding a script onto an HTML page really restricts you in terms of functionality. How does that script work with dynamic websites and whatnot? So there are a couple of plugins. You got to pay money in order to get the functionality that you really want, and that's having the markups that's in there, being able to control how many reviews, controlling what star reviews are showing, so you're not showing the 1-star reviews. But that plugin's only $60 and it's highly recommended. Now I use Bright Local. I know that this is something that they've been working on for a long time. I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hanging in there. I'm really hoping that we're able to see that. Another plugin that I want to add to the list now is AMP for WP. AMP stands for Accelerated Mobile Pages. And it's something I've been talking about for over a year now. And Accelerated Mobile Pages essentially is a Google-driven strategy to have mobile web pages load even quicker. And that 2-second threshold is even more important on mobile web pages. And there are, AMP for WP is the plugin I've been testing on multiple sites now, and I'm happy with it, and it complies with the Google guidelines. You don't have to get into a lot of code. It's highly recommended. The reason why I'm bringing this up now is because our community, the search engine community, tends to jump on things sooner than the broad spectrum. So like Apple, I don't jump on a lot of the shiny objects that come out in our industry. I will wait to see and how they could be made better. And in some cases we'll make our own tools, like our mobile sales app that was created, or the local keyword tool. There may be opportunity for Local Marketing Source to make this plug-in tool at this point, but it's not something I really want to spend my time on, because there's not much revenue generation opportunities for that, at least with our community. But I'm bringing this up because our community is getting into more and more discussions of accelerated mobile pages and the importance of having accelerated mobile pages. So including, moving forward for now, there's a WordPress list, plugin list. An AMP plugin is not on there. Well, that's something that we are now recommending and moving forward with the discussion, and we'll continue to give you feedback on these pages. So on that note, this comes to the conclusion of my update. I want to start hearing feedback from Local Marketing Source members. You can send me an email to scottg@localmarketingsource.com. And number one, I want to give all current Local Marketing Source members, if you haven't taken your 30 minutes of free consult. Well, I don't think I've ever done a 30-minute consultation. Let's just leave it at that. They're a lot longer. I don't rush through anything. I got great feedback. I just had a message a couple of days ago from an old student, and he's just like, Scott, I just wanted to check in with you. It's been over a year. I'm doing great. This is where my business is at. I am so thankful for everything that you've taught me, all the time that we've spent one-on-one. I gave you a testimonial a year and a half ago. I want to give you another one. We've got great feedback. Sometimes I got some great things to say. Other times you just tell me to get out of here, dude. But take your 30 minutes and book that with me. In addition to that, I want to know how I can help you further. Reach out to me, communicate with me, post on the group. Now that September's come around, the kids are back in school. I really want to see as many marketing agencies that I can help out as I possibly can. Let me know via email or through Facebook on how I can help you. Do we need, what type of content should I be creating for you in regards to marketing? In terms to growing your business and managing your business, establishing a sustainable business. What specifically? And you just give me some of this feedback, and we will get into it. You know, we've got elements of the three pillars at Local Marketing Source that we follow on. And, you know, at first it seems really, really simple. Content, profiles, and reviews. But when we start to get into discussions of content with some of the premium members, they question, well, okay, a press release. Well, where do I find out who I send it to? How do I get in contact with that person? How come they're not publishing any of my press content? What type of press content is very, very good? I'll start asking you a variety of different questions specific to your business or your client's business. And we'll come up with these ideas. We'll be able to get there. Profiles. How to manage all the profiles within a piece of software like Bright Local. And how to identify what profiles are the best and that we should be focusing in on. Where should we spending our time? There's a lot of people. I'll dig in there with you. Okay, I'd really like to do this and start to get you some of these rankings that your clients truly deserve, so they pay you the money, and you can charge more money and get more reviews and make more money and drive nicer cars or go on those vacations or put money away for whatever you want. For me, it's spending time. Time is everything. So I'd sooner die broke than with having lots of memories than die rich with memories of working. Well, that's nice. Thanks, Tisha. I appreciate that. Tisha, the replay is going to be right on Facebook. We're trying different things on where to put the content, and it will get up to YouTube and our blog and our portal, but stick with Facebook. That's where you'll be able to see it. So I don't have any more questions, but I want to thank everybody. If you're listening to the live call, or if you are listening to the recording, go ahead and get your messages off, and we will see you next week.